And I just was so fed up with myself for not reaching my fitness goals that I was like, I am no longer the person I was. I am these things. Hey guys, welcome to my living room floor. Today I wanted to make a vision board for the first time, so I wanted to bring you guys along with me. I went and picked up a poster board, markers, Elmer's glue, and some cheap construction paper. I am not an artist by any means, but I wanted to get my 2024 goals just kind of aligned somewhere on my office wall so I can look at it every day and have some affirmations and keep my eyes on the prize, if you will. One of the things I did before I turned the camera on was I just had like my thoughts flowing onto a piece of paper of different goals that I had for myself, realistic goals. I was watching some YouTubers do this, and some of the things that they were saying is like, don't put a house in Maui or something because that's just going to be super demotivational. Do things that you think you can do and that are actually kind of striving a little higher so that you can, even if you miss it, you can land upon the stars. It's something that I've heard. And so I wrote out a couple different categories: fitness, personal, my YouTube channel, financial, and work goals. So different things that I want to see myself succeed with in those different categories. So for fitness, when I started the intermittent fasting again and was kind of, oh, that's Luigi, and I was kind of sick of not seeing any progress, I just took down a piece of paper and I was like, you know what? I am this person. I am athletic. I am someone who prioritizes eating healthy. I am someone who can stay consistent. And I just was so fed up with myself for not reaching my fitness goals that I was like, I am no longer the person I was. I am these things. And so far I've had success. Like I think since November, I'm almost down or am down 10 pounds. And so that was kind of fantastic. I think something changed in my brain, if you will. Some of the fitness things I have is I'm going to have that affirmation again centralized for my fitness goals. I want to do a 5K by August. There's a 5K here in Connecticut that I've done in the past that I want to try to do again. And so that gives me a good amount of time to get down in weight even further. I want to keep doing the intermittent fasting, so I'm just going to put intermittent fasting. Also tracking my calories, because I started doing that this past week again, is tracking my calories since I've become consistent with the intermittent fasting. And I want to be 145 pounds by the end of the year is what I've calculated to be a safe amount of weight to lose throughout the year. For personal, I have to think a little bit more about personal. I'm going to probably add to it as things pop into my head. But one thing that I want to do is there's a Hell's Kitchen that opened up in Foxwoods in Connecticut, and I want to go there for Manny and I's anniversary. So I'm going to put on the vision board, we're going to Hell's Kitchen, so that we go to Hell's Kitchen. For YouTube, I wrote somewhere like, I'm a successful YouTuber. Whether that's true or not is besides the point. I'm trying to manifest that I'm a successful YouTuber. A couple other things that I want to achieve with this. I realistically want to try to reach 10,000 subscribers, but I'm like, let's aim for 100,000 subscribers and hopefully we meet that 10,000 subscribers. So that's a goal that I'm going to write on my vision board, is 100,000 subscribers, and aim for that. I also want to make better visual videos. Like, it's actually, I film these on my phone camera, so I want to learn how to make these better visually. Like I said, I'm not an artist, so I don't have like super like cinematography skills. So this is a learning process for me. And I want to try to release 2 videos per week, which is kind of tough because I have a full-time job, but this is something that I want to aim for. Another thing is like financial. I want to pay off my car note. Sitting in the driveway is a reminder that I have a car note on it, so I want to put that on my vision board of like, let's pay this off. I want to stick to my budget and stop buying random shit. So those are my financial goals. And then work, I think I suffer kind of from imposter syndrome. So, and especially with changing my job recently, it has been a learning curve. So I said to myself that I'm good at my job and that I deserve to be there. and that challenges and struggles help me grow. And I just want to sort of dive into learning more about this position and becoming an expert in my field again. So that's something that I have for my work goals. I printed some stuff out too, what my focus looks like to pay that off. The Hell's Kitchen symbol. And I Googled the 5K that I wanted to do, and this is actually a picture of part of what it looks like. So that'll be cool to see on my vision board. And then I made like a fake silver play button for my YouTube channel, so I'm gonna add that as well. Vision boards work if you want them to work. So just me putting these on a vision board isn't gonna make it happen. I think the constant reminder of like what your goals are is going to be what keeps you pushing towards them. So I had a vision board that was kind of like in my planner one year, and it was honestly like I never looked at it because it was like in a planner. So the point of this for this year is I'm going to hang it up in my office so that it's something that I look at every day. It will be a constant reminder of everything I do day to day is going to be working towards these goals. And the Hell's Kitchen thing is honestly just something to look forward to and something that I've been wanting to do for months. So I wanted to put it on the vision board. This is the first thing I cut out. And let me know, have you guys ever made vision boards? They do seem kind of silly, but it's like I've looked more on like manifesting, and honestly, when I wrote down those affirmations and actually started to see changes in my behaviors, I was like, oh, maybe there's more to these affirmations that I gave credit for, you know? Cutting out my play button. Look guys, I got a play button. Yeah, I printed some stuff out because like I said, I'm not an artist, so I have some things on here that are visually pleasing. 2023 definitely wasn't my perfect year. I'm not as much down in weight that I wanted to be for this year, but I am pretty happy with my progress within the last 2 months, because I reflected back in November of like the year is almost ending and I've lost like almost no weight, and like, I need to make a change and try something different. That's when I started to see results. So I want to carry that into 2024 as well. So part of this is like continuing the intermittent fasting, continuing logging my calories, which I started doing again this week because I got into the routine of intermittent fasting. So I was able to stack on that habit, if you will. And I probably do these in like boxes as well of what I want to see. So I have 5 categories. Get out the glue. You guys remember these glue sticks that are like, they go on purple and then they dry to like be clear? Oh, mine's actually drying. Quick now. Fun fact about me, if you couldn't tell, I'm like a rule follower. So in school, I followed the rules and stuff, but one year I had an art class, and I don't know if my art teacher just had like a stick up his butt or whatever, but I think he was fed up that people were forgetting their like art supplies. 6th grade or something, 7th grade, I'm not sure, it might have even been younger. One day he just went around checking to see if everyone had their supplies, and I didn't have a glue stick, and so I got a detention because I didn't have a glue stick. And how messed up is that? I'm sorry, I'm almost cursed. Like, some people can't even like afford that kind of stuff. And I was in detention, and my dad came to pick me up, and the school administrator knew me and my brother. So she was like, she got what? A detention for what? And they just called me, and I just went home with my dad after. Like, I was staying for detention, but I got jumped early from my dad because he was like, that's stupid. Hope that guy didn't do that again. That was messed up. Like, that's terrible. Like, a good kid and you're giving them a detention because they didn't have a glue stick. Wild. Again, this isn't gonna be the prettiest. Like I said, I'm not an artist. Also told the story about how I got detention in an art class, so don't expect much. I'm not like that aesthetic girl that a lot of us like to watch on YouTube and stuff. I'm just a regular ass person with a 9 to 5, doing my best. So I got some of my stuff up of paying off my car, the YouTube button, the 5K and the Hell's Kitchen. I'm gonna fill the rest out. And something else I saw was someone making their vision board of putting like the affirmations on it of like what I said, like I'm a successful YouTuber, I'm athletic and prioritize fitness and eating healthy. I'm going to put those on my vision board as well. I think I might cut out 2024 using green construction paper. I don't know, green feels like a good color for the coming year. Like it's like prosperous. I don't know. Keep saying I don't know. I'm just going with the flow with this one. Looks like a 2-year-old did it. It's okay though. Doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, nothing's ever gonna be perfect, even though things get pretty close to seemingly being perfect. I was watching, I think I did a video on this about like a Kobe Bryant interview, and he says that like even Beyonce watches back like her concerts and sees of things that she can improve with her performances. And it's like, that's kind of crazy to think that like Beyonce looks back like, oh, that wasn't perfect and stuff, but she is human, so I guess that makes sense when you think about it like that. But if you guys ever feel like, oh my god, everything's not perfect, or oh, I can't start this thing because I won't be perfect, like, you'll never start because nothing's perfect. And I think that's, I don't know what inspired me with the YouTube channel, but like that's why I just started. And like I'm still not perfect with it. I'm still figuring stuff out, but if I never started, or if I waited to be perfect before I started, then I wouldn't even be talking to a lot of you guys. So that's cool that like just starting and, you know, learning as you go. And it's just getting started is better than not getting started at all because you're waiting for perfection. And that's something that I'm still learning, you know. So I get something called like analysis paralysis, but that's something I want to work on, is just freaking doing it and messing up, and at least I mess up and make progress as opposed to just like sitting there and not making any progress. And I almost feel like that's kind of worse, right? It feels kind of nice to just like do arts and craftsy stuff, like, because I don't ever get to do this. Got the 2024. You know what? One of the big words for this year is going to be consistency, because that's what I've been lacking in a lot of avenues of my life. I'm gonna write that word very big somewhere. So it's not the prettiest, but like I said, I am not an artist, and the color choices are a little weird, but I just was picking random colors. At least it's done. So I have here the financial of paying off my car. The word of this year for me is going to be consistent. So I wrote it here and I kind of lost space over here, but it's okay. The YouTube, the big goal of 100,000 subscribers, we'll see. Aiming high. Some work goals, going to Hell's Kitchen, and then doing that 5K. So I'm gonna hang this up at my desk so I can look at it every day and just get visual representations of the things that I want to accomplish this year. The biggest one being reaching my goal weight, which is looking like a reality if I keep being consistent. Bam, hung it up. There it is next to my desk. And I'll show you guys something else. I don't know if you saw my short, but I think I saw this on Instagram of someone putting their weights with sticky notes on their wall, and as they start to lose weight, they take off sticky notes. So I actually took off a couple because I dropped a lot of weight within like the last week or two. And so I have this hanging across the way from my desk. And I also hung up a picture of myself when I was skinnier. This is when I graduated high school. So this will be another visual representation in my office of the goals that I want to achieve. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Sorry it wasn't as aesthetically pleasing as most other YouTubers, but it was something I wanted to do and just put it down on paper, get a visual representation of it so that I can remember all the different things that I want to accomplish this year. And again, there's nothing stopping me from like updating it or making it prettier as the year goes on. It's just I wanted to get it done. What I've learned is starting and getting it done is better than perfection, because if I was waiting for perfection, I would never have made my board yet. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos and stick with me along with my journey, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Happy New Year! Bye!